This is KHTK Sports 1140, home of the Raider Nation. The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Everybody give it up for Lincoln Kennedy.
Thanks. Look at that. Wow. Good morning, everybody.
Oakland Raider, three-time Pro Bowler. He AFC champion. You went to college at Washington,
Yep,
right?
Washington. Yeah.
So you're a Pac-12 guy now.
Well, now it's Pac-12.
Pac-12
right?
now.
Right, yeah.
How's the Pac-12 going to look like this year?
Pretty good. Unfortunately, it's going to probably be represented by a duck and a Bruin, but it is what it is.
That's true. That's true. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to open it up to questions for Lincoln, and just raise your hand, and producer ID will take the cordless mic around. You guys can ask whatever questions you want to. I know what you're thinking. It's an imposing figure. I get it. Don't be scared, though. Don't be scared.
He's really not that big.
No,
it's
not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Don't let me fool you, all right?
I can kick this thing off real quick if you want me to.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask a question.
How does one get over the tuck rule?
I think that's impossible, to be honest with you. Even a decade later, it still resonates. You know, you look at the fallout effect of the tuck rule for what it is. You saw what happened to us. We were fortunate enough to at least go to the Super Bowl the following year. But, you know, what would have happened if that game would have went another way? You know, just a year prior to that, we found ourselves hosting the AFC Championship game against Baltimore. That went awry. Following year, we go back. I don't think we ever expected our season to be, ending in New England. And even when I look back on it today, I still think that we're a better team than New England. We just didn't play like it that day to put us in that situation. And then when it's all said and done, if the tuck rule, if Gruden would have went for it on fourth down and inches, all the things that came into view, it just wasn't in the cards for us that night. But you never get over it.
Hey, listen, I'm a Raider fan when the Patriots aren't playing, because that's where I'm from. I'm from Boston, right?
And so this is why we're keeping.
Yes, that's why.
You guys set me up with him.
Yeah.
This one,
so let me tell you,
in this setting.
The tuck rule is the tuck rule's tough, but try going undefeated and then losing to a New York team when you're from Boston. That's not fun. That's not easy.
Good point.
So.
Good point.
As Raider fans, we all know this, and we've been part of this for a long time with the blackouts. Do you see, with how much TV revenue the NFL is making, them ever changing the blackout rules locally?
No, because what they do is they force the local side to step up and pony up the money to sell out the stadium. The only way that you can actually change that is build a smaller stadium that holds less people. Let's face it. You talk about $150 a pop. I'm not sure what the tickets go for. I think it's like that, $150, and that's not even the best seats. In a blue-collar field, it's hard. And it's sad, but it's true, because I personally think the NFL is trying to deter the common man from coming to the game. They really see there's more money in corporate. So you want the big corporations. If you ever go to Super Bowl and you see who has between the 20s and the 20s on the sidelines, that's all corporate. That's all AT&T, Pepsi. That's all their big wigs. They want that type of money. They want to be able to generate that type of money. So they take it away from the average fan. So where does that matriculate to? That comes to a place where you see these new stadiums built, and they're big on the luxury boxes because they know that's ultimately what can sell. You know, when you could talk about some of these teams are generating 40, 50 grand per pop at a luxury stadium per game, times 8. You do the math. You see what I mean? They'll concede a local blackout because the NFL will show a replay. NFL Network will show a replay, but you got to pay to get the NFL Network. You see how the money factor is in. So they're not going to change it. It's one of their big money assets. They're not going to change it.
I will say on a side note, though, the chairman of the FCC did say this week that he was against the blackouts and that the FCC should work on trying to work with the NFL to end blackouts. But
well, if they can force the hand of the NFL,
that might be the only way to do it.
That might be the only way to do it.